I understand there are special cases where mass deliverance is the best you can do for the people under the circumstances. And sometimes in my seminars, I lead the audience in a prayer of curse breaking, and demons often manifest during that time. And some individuals receive a measure of freedom. That's a form of deliverance. But some people who claim to be deliverance ministers use mass deliverance as an excuse to avoid the harder work of dealing directly with people individually. In fact, in the worst cases, such deliverance ministers won't even pray with someone on an individual basis, except very, very rarely. But they will put on dramatic displays in front of a crowd, whipping up people into a frenzy, rebuking demons, and leading them to believe they are being set free. I think that's a bit dangerous. I understand the faith of a person seeking God may override at times those kind of shenanigans. But my decades of experience have shown me that these people who go through that often end up seeking out someone like me personally because they've been disillusioned by the false claims of mass deliverance and wonder, why am I still tormented? Some Christian leader told me I should be free because I was part of a mass prayer. Thank God for those who have received relief during times of what we call mass or large crowd deliverance without discriminate individual prayer, but it should be the exception, I believe, and not the rule. The myth is that this is all you need to do. The reality is, with most cases, effective deliverance takes place in direct personal ministry where true healing and freedom are possible. I'm not naming names. There are wonderful people out there. I had many of them on my show. I appreciate what the demon slayers are doing and people who have credibility and really care about setting people free. So I don't want to discourage anyone from following individual ministries like that. I don't want to discourage you from following your calling. I only want to point out the pitfalls and errors of inadequate methods of deliverance. Most of the people who seek out a deliverance minister are severely broken by the devil. Oftentimes are highly traumatized. Many have used drugs. They've been victimized by witchcraft through New Age practices. And a significant number of these individuals have experienced sexual abuse, physical abuse, abandonment, rejection, and the overwhelming majority, I know from the caseload that I have, they've never received therapy or counseling. The deliverance minister is the first person they open up to, and they deserve more than quick answers and gratuitous prayers. So if God has called you to pray for people who are bound by the devil, stop doing deliverance the wrong way. Learn to do it the right way. I'm not saying I'm the only one in this area of ministry who feels like this and believes this. Many others who are very good at deliverance and are used greatly of God, they share my concern. They see the problem. We need to come together for the sake of those so desperately seeking deliverance from their spiritual bondage. By the way, if you agree with what I've said, post a comment or send me an email. Praise God where Christ is preached. Praise God where deliverance is done. Even if it's not necessarily the way we do it, but these mistakes which I have cited, I'm very specific about what my concern is. We are in a battle for the souls of people who are being literally clobbered, devastated, humiliated, shamed, beaten down by the devil. Those of us who believe in praying for people to be free from Satan have some very serious responsibilities about how we go about doing what we do. I said it earlier, I want to repeat it. Nobody ever gets it all right all the time. I don't. I'm imperfect, as is everyone who cares to minister deliverance. But do your homework and make sure that before somebody lays hands on you and says they're casting out a demon, you know who it is. You know something about that person. And frankly, I and other people who do real deliverance know sometimes people get demons from someone who's not totally legit. I'm not naming names, but it happens. And when they think they're getting rid of demons, they just get more demons. That's tragic.